Anybody drop in yet? There we go. Now we're cooking. Shall we? Shall we cook? Welcome back. Okay. Let's go back to what we were doing now. Okay. Start here. All right. There we go. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. So today, let me switch over here. Now you can actually see today. Whoops. Okay. Can we see that? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. So, context window. How do you control your context window or maintain it or manage it, whatever you want to call it? This is one of the most important principles that you need to understand. And we are going to break it down for you real quick. Go like this real quick. Okay. This is going to be a better example. Okay. All right. So, whoops. There we go. Okay. Test, 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 test. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Can we see this okay? Good. All right. So we have a project here. Project doesn't matter. Maintaining the context window is what matters. Okay. And that's what we're going to be going over. Okay. So you can see context is at 35% down here. Once it gets to 80, 90, that's usually when it's going to auto compact. Okay. And what that's going to do, let's type /compact. You'll see clear conversation history, but it's going to keep in a summary of the context. Okay. And then you can give it instructions. Great. But the problem with this is if you lose control of your project and you don't monitor this context window, what is going to happen? Well, you could lose very important things. You could mess up features. You could lose track of where you are. You can also not save the most valuable details to your project. So let's say you cracked through some really interesting things and you found out some answers you've been looking for, and then you compact, but you didn't save all of those answers exactly how you wanted to. How are you going to get those back? It's going to be difficult, it's going to be time consuming, or it's going to drive you nuts and you're just not going to do it. So think of your context window, okay, as this big bubble. And the bubble's very small and it starts out very small. And all of a sudden you start working, you start building things, and the bubble gets bigger because it's filled with information, websites, searches, books, articles, features, right? And it's getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then all of a sudden you got this big bubble, okay? And I'm showing you a 35% because I accidentally did this one over here, but it's at 78. This is a perfect example, okay? So let's pretend this one's at 78 right now. I'm gonna say, oh gosh, I don't want to lose this. I don't want it to auto compact on me because then Claude's going to decide what's important, what's not important. And I want to make sure that I have a framework. So that's why I created this skill / session handoff. Okay. So the skill, I'm going to hit that and then it's going to get the context I want. Okay. With the context that I want, but it's also going to ask me questions on what did I learn? What was helpful? If not, it's redundant. I just need to be ready to work on this tomorrow. Great. Because you don't want to leave this context window open, right? That'd be kind of silly. Just come back to it. Hopefully you don't lose power. Whoops. All of those things. Did Ghosty just crash on me? Wow. There you go. Perfect example. That is why you don't want that to happen. Well, well, well. I had music difficulties. I had camera difficulties. It's just been one of those days. All right. So Let me, Ghosty just totally respawned on me, which is exactly why you control your context windows. Okay, so let me show you it from the other side. So like I said, you do slash session handoff, okay? That skill then asks you questions. I'm gonna do it in a blank one so I can show you the questions it asks. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna revert back. So you can see I'm not freaking out because I didn't lose the context on the things that I was building. I'm not concerned at all. Why is that? Because I have the context window managed and I have skills around that. So obviously this is a fresh context window. There's no session history, right? So, but if there was, quick check before we build the handoff. It's going to ask me what project context. Okay, no, this is not ideal. What was accomplished that needs capturing? Any immediate next steps? Did you discover any patterns? And if not, then it'll decide those for you based off of the session handoff skill that I created. So for me, it's perfect. It masters and remembers everything I needed to. Okay. So then it session hands off. And let's say the context is at 88%. And then all of a sudden it session hands off, boom. And then what do? I just say, okay, clear, exit. I'm done for the day. Come back tomorrow. Okay. Or not or when I come back, how do I get back there? Well, I do my resume skill. Okay. So my session handoff skill and my resume skill are connected. So the session handoff skill passes things on into a resume MD. And then when I run the resume skill, it knows what to do. So let me show you how it works. Give you an example. So it uses my other skill, QMD. Okay, we're not grepping. And then it found several resume files, the projects that I've been working on lately, all of them right here at my fingertips. Which one do you want to pick up on, right? And so let's go to, what's a good example of one? Let's do one. Sorry, this was planned until Ghosty crashed on me. I was having some issues. Okay, so last session, perfect, right? This is the one that we were using. Okay, so here's the status. What we were doing, content pipeline is fully automated, 8 approved posts, yada, yada, yada. Yes, yes, yes. Here are the next steps. Okay. So it created all of this because I told it to do that with my session. I'm saying this over and over again because it's really hard for people to follow sometimes because they're just not used to managing the context window. So if I'm being redundant, that's why. Okay. This was the skill I used, right? Okay. And then it created this. So now when I'm picking up the next day, the next hour, or my context windows got to 90%, and I was like, okay, I want to keep going, but I can't, I got to stop because my context window is bloated. That bubble is too big. I session handoff, hand off the session. And then what do? I just go clear, and then I exit, then I come back and I say resume, and then I'm boom, I'm back. Like that, fast. Okay. So ready to continue. What's the one thing you want to tackle first? Okay. So it's that straightforward. 2 skills, manage all of my context window, the big bubble bloating up, and then starting with that small bubble. And I can do it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, really fast. So these are the 2 skills I'm going to be adding to the school group community. If you're not on there, make sure you get in because right now it's free. We were oversubscribed when we launched. We're on week 2 right now. We're almost to 50 members, and we're deciding what we're going to do. If we're going to go to 100 or if we're going to go 50, we're going to go back to paid. So if you want to get in free, now's the time to do it. Okay. It's in the description below. All right. And these skills are available for free. Okay. Let me show you what that looks like. So if you come here, there it is. Oh, we have 47. All right. We added another one. Okay. Go to the classroom. You're going to go Claude, or sorry, you're going to go to the vault, and then you're going to see some of the skills we have. available. Okay, so we got TikTok Analyzer, the Rider, my personal favorite, the M-Destroyer. Okay, so you don't have content that is AI slop with a whole bunch of M dashes in it. Okay, and guess what? You scroll down, you can get it on GitHub for free, or you can just download it right here, however you want, throw it into Claude, boom, you have the skill. So the next two are going to be the session handoff and the resume skill. Okay, all available for free. We have Claude 101 course, also for free. Module 9 is dropping soon. As you can see, we have more modules dropping, but we have currently 8 modules right now for free, all available to you. What is a terminal? Where do you start? You're a non-technical person. You're a small business owner. You're just getting started. Video to show you how to do it. We walk you through it. We have an outline, and then we have the resources right here. Click on that PDF. You can print it out, look at it, walk through the whole thing with you. And hey, you're like, I don't want to print color. Boom, right here. We got the print version for you, black and white. Okay, and it's going to walk you through everything. And but most importantly, right? Do you get access to all this stuff? Yes. But it's the cool members that are here. Okay. It's these 47 cool people. Okay. That are in it to win it. We're here to help each other out. Look, we just got Mariano today. The skill creator is awesome. You guys provided. I have 571 line due diligence prompt that took it all locally and in projects. Appreciate how simple you made it. If anyone is new here and intimidated by it, don't be. Just follow the steps. Thank you, Mariana. So again, follow the steps. That's what we're here for. We're trying to break things down as simple as possible. You follow the steps and then you just take action. Okay. You don't need to know the nitty gritty, but if you want to know the nitty gritty, you can. And we have that in the course. But if you don't, you just do the bare minimum and you install it and you get going. Okay. And when you have problems, guess what? That's what these hangouts are for. That's what the hot seats are for. That's what the chats are here for. Okay. We have people introducing themselves. Look at that. We have 42 comments already. Okay. Introducing yourselves, seeing if you have things in common with people. Okay. And then that's how you can meet people, get business contacts, networking, other builders, all of it here. Okay. All available to you for free right now. We're at 47. Oh my gosh, we're almost to 50. Our goal was to hit 50 and then go back to paid, but we might have to re-examine that because there's so many fun people coming in. We might go to 100. Zach G and I are going to talk about that after this weekend. Okay. Because I had so many technical difficulties, I'm sorry if this video was a little wishy-washy. I did the video 3 times, I think. And then the last time was the one we kept. So unfortunately, that's how it goes. But guess what? If something didn't make sense, that's why we got the community. Come in here, ask questions, and I will help you out personally. Okay? We want you to succeed. That's what we're here for. You are a real person. You're not some random person on the internet that I've never met. Well, you are, but you're not a screen name. That's what I mean. Okay? You're a real person. And if you're serious about this and you need help or you want to join in, this is the time to do it. So please don't hesitate. Join us now. Any questions? Any questions? Oops, sorry. There we go. Okay, back to this real quick. All right. So with the session handoff, like I said, whoops, nope, wrong one. Clear. Stop. Clear. Exit. Clear. I love a clean screen. Okay. So you type in Claude. All right. You launch. And then what do? /resume. That's it. Or let's say, and it's actually funny because I just cleaned up a whole bunch of these projects recently because I had like 19 projects going on at once. So I'm very proud of myself. I'm down to 6 for this video, so I'm not showing you all 19. Okay. But again, what is this? You're like, I kind of understand. You can see they're all in projects because I'm starting different projects this way. Okay. So now let me show you Obsidian real quick and how I organize this visually for myself. But how do I organize this as well for, start here. Oh, I just realized. Watch this. Okay. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. Ignore that. So, okay, so this is my cue board, a typical Kanban. Okay, so this is all of my posts recently done this week, posted the approved, these will be posted automatically, okay? And then what's pending, okay? And then all I have to do is go click in here and I can edit it, right? I can just say, nope, replaces whatever I want. And then guess what? I have images as well being auto-generated. Awesome, okay? So all of my content is done. These are the things we're going to show you in the community. We're working on it. The other thing too is we're really trying to drive home is handing things off that are already built so you can just run with them. So the more comments and the more intros we get, the more we're going to do stuff like this. But we need to have people answer the poll. Okay? Nobody likes answering my poll. People will introduce themselves, but don't answer the poll. So answer the poll, please, because we need to know what's more important to you right now. Okay? That was a side note. Back to Obsidian. So I said, where was I? We were in projects and resume. So look, projects, I have all my projects here that I'm working on. Boom. But you notice in resume, I think I closed it. You'll notice in resume, I shouldn't close it. Resume. You'll notice in resume, you're not going to see all of these. Oh, where'd I go? 7 projects. You're not going to see all these projects, right? Because it's not just a skill command that is calling up my projects. It's calling up projects that are important and being worked on now, right? Because if I was to go over here real quick and I would just say the brain, for you, it's probably going to be Claude. Okay, great. So once I do that, you're going to say, all right, start project 99 on kangaroos, the research, right? And then it's going to have to go find it, right? It's just a much poorer, it's a much more poor way to do it. But also, you're not going to have the full context because you go find the project and it's going to have to spend time going through the project, reading through the project, and knowing what's valuable, right? So instead of doing that, this is where, get that out of the way. It's going to drive me nuts. This is where this comes in, right? So this resume MD has the next steps, has the context. What did we just do in the last session? What about the session before that? It's all right there. Has the tasks ready to go. So all automatically we load it up and we're going. We're building immediately. So not only is it a way to handle your context window, right, from getting that big bloaty bubble, but it's also a way to organize your projects and stay focused. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but with AI, you can do anything now. And the idea is you can't just be wasting all of your time. You need to be building things or being productive. And this is a way to consolidate that and funnel that down so you can actually see it. Okay. So I created this because it was driving me nuts. So I was solving my own problem. And I think it's going to help you out a lot. Okay. So those 2 skills will be uploaded in the community next to look out for those. Any questions on those, please drop your questions right now. And if not, we're going to clear that. Make this all nice and purty. Okay. And then when I go back to building, we're set. Okay. And then finally in Obsidian, right? This is how I have it organized. And this is one of my other YouTube videos. You can see the thinking behind this, the organizational structure, all of it. Okay. But you'll notice I have an inbox, thinking, reference, creating, published, archive, systems, projects, journal, personal. Okay. I have the whole system there on YouTube. You can download it, set it up, and we're going to walk you through that probably in the courses as well on school. I'm playing around with that, but I think more people are interested in the content routine, honestly. So, anyways, any questions on that? I think I covered the most important things. Again, just to hang out on a Saturday. I did not plan this super well. I apologize. But we had some new members, and I wanted to make sure we got something up today. And if anybody was just hanging out on a Saturday, we could build together. Okay. So it doesn't look like we have any questions. All right. Safe to say, I think that's it for me. Like I said, make sure you get in. This is in the description below, but Zero to Automated is our school group. We're still open for free for a couple more members before we go back to paid. If you're a professional who keeps telling yourself you'll figure out AI eventually, you know that's not true. then this is for you. Zero to Automate is for everyday professionals and marketers, solopreneurs, freelancers, and operators who want to automate their work and stay ahead. We're giving you the Claude Course 101 for free, weekly live calls, small group coaching, growing your Claude skills library, and the MCP setup guides with handouts and walkthroughs. And what's coming? This is where it's fun. Okay. This is where we're really excited. Okay. Not just courses where you can learn, but automation playbooks where you can just say, hey, Claude, take this automation and put it into my system. And it does 99% all for you. Whether you're a home builder, whether you're an accountant, whether you're a lawyer, it doesn't matter, right? You need a way to organize your email. You need an automation to go get leads. All of these things we're creating into agents and apps that will just be downloadable, and you can just take them and run with them. That is our goal. Because not everybody's as crazy as me and wants to know all of this stuff, right? But maybe you're like, I got to know a little bit to be dangerous because AI is taking over the world. Well, great. This is the place for you, okay? Wave 1 is 50 spots. We're at 47, okay? Free lifetime access. Get in now, please. Please. I sound like such a salesperson today. Okay, I think that covers it. Thank you so much. Let me sure I didn't miss anything. Nope. All right, cool. Have a beautiful, fantastic rest of your weekend. Happy Saturday or Sunday, depending on where you're living. Zach G is in Spain right now, so he's already in March. He's already on, yeah, it's already March 8th there, Sunday. So happy Saturday, happy Sunday. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday. I'll be seeing you soon. Any questions, please drop them below. I have a AI that scrapes my comments, so I'll make sure I don't miss your comments. So don't worry about that. Or you can come into the school group and you can just DM me right now, okay? Take advantage of this, please. I am so excited and happy to help out, all right? Don't hesitate to ask any questions. Thank you again. It's been my pleasure. Zach, signing off. One sec. Let's make this professional. Let me get serious. Let me get close. Okay? What happened to my eye? Oh gosh. If you'll believe it, it was a basketball accident. Okay, I already said my piece. Don't wait to get your hands dirty though. Okay? Don't wait. Now's the time. You can jump in a group with other like-minded individuals, professionals, non-tech people, small business owners. Jump in and figure it out together. This is your time. I'm calling you out. All right. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you. If you need any help, drop it in the comments below. We'll talk about it, or I'll just start a new video and we'll create a video on that. My name is Zach. I am an agentic engineer, and I love teaching people